is all Kerala and Hyderabad.
Nobody you can see.
We call that, when we ask people, just jokingly there, where are you from? India? They know Kerala.
No, people ask specifically, you are from Kerala?
नहीं तो मद्रासी.
God owns country, right? Great. So what you've been doing here?
I am working for a trading group.
It's from the finance background.
Finance. So you handle their accounts.
I am a IT person.
Okay.
I started off as a developer with routine, nothing variety. I was with ICICI Infotech in Bombay.
Okay.
Then after the wedding, he was alone here, so that I came here and I joined a
So
company.
Bombay was better or Dubai was better?
It depends. Bombay also had a nice life.
Yeah. How many years you stayed there?
Bombay, I've been there for 2.5 years.
So Prabha Devi office?
I was doing it in the Bandra Kurla complex
VKC.
and Mahalakshmi Desmond branch. That is before it was called 3i Infotech that time. When I came here on a visit visa, I picked up this job for IT company. Then it's been like that.
So how many years in Bombay?
Bombay was just 2.5 years. Before marriage and then after 2 years after that.
I lived a long life in Bombay. I mean, my entire work life was in Bombay only. Job life, I mean. After business also I started there. But then I shifted after settling the business and everything.
Western or?
Western, always Western.
I've been in Andheri
Okay.
and Mira.
Andheri
Mira
and
Road.
Mira Road. I started staying in Ayandar first because I was a trainee. When I was a trainee and, first job, young, 20 or 21 actually. And then I asked the real estate agent. And I was staying 2 months in Kohinoor. In Andheri, Kohinoor International Hotel, because company gave 2 months,
2 months of
and
offer to-
then I had no time to look for a house, and suddenly they said your 2 months is finishing. So what to do? Sunday only. So I asked the agent, I want 2 bedroom. Imagine, I was all alone, right? Because I was coming from a small town where houses were big, right? So he said, what is your budget? I said 3,000 rupees. My salary was 6,025, right? So my salary was
Oh, you
6,025.
still said you can afford 3,000 for your rent.
Because I was alone, single, so it's okay. No? So, and then he said, okay, chalo. So he took me somewhere in the train, which took half an hour only. And I saw the house, and I said, okay, 3,000, this budget is okay, and half an hour only. It was Sunday. And same evening, I picked up my bag and came to that house. Next day morning, I went to station. I said, what is this? This was different yesterday, right? That was Bhayandar actually, right? That was Bhayandar, and then I still remember first few days I couldn't take a train. I mean, I cannot get in, and then what to do? But initial days you're discounted, you're new in Bombay, right? And then I said, can't help it, right? Then I started going to Naigaon and come back, right? Then slowly I learned how to enter, and seriously, it was first train came in. I said, oh, 2 pack, maybe next one, right? Second one, 2 pack, maybe next one. I said, 1 hour gone.
Almost 3-4 days I spent for just to get in the train.
You were also in Bombay?
Yeah, he was
6 months.
He was waiting for his visa process. So he
I
was
was
there.
there almost 6 months. I got
Where in Mira Road you used to stay?
That is Shanti Park.
Shanti Park.
That was the only
Only
area.
area that time.
Yeah,
They are sharing to
the rickshaw, no?
And Sukh Sagar was by, I think, and भागते भागते एक वड़ा पाव लेके जा रहे थे.
Outside station, right?
Steps पे train दिख रहा होगा. This one time a मछली वाला ladies fell on, the machli fell on me. Now
Yeah.
pure vegetarian. I was like,
And especially ladies
On top of it,
compartment is
gali.
crazy. Ladies
Whatever all
compartment.
business they will do it.
And you feel like by mistake I entered in ladies compartment first day because that was empty. And they're so like wild. I said, okay, I'm going. I'm sorry.
it's a different life.
Train journeys.
But actually, I learned a lot in there.
That's how you start. That's how you know.
Whatever I think
You
my
learn to
work
value
ethic,
things.
my work ethic came from Bombay.
I have no much experience, but people, even you earn 100 rupees also, 1 million also, you can stay in Bombay.
No, and Bombay, anybody who started the career actually
They
will have a
survive.
work ethic.
Yeah.
Like no excuse. Whether it is rainy season, how
You
to
know
enter
for
the train.
sure, right? always carry. You know you won't reach home. Still you will go for work.
Yeah. Like you can't say, oh my god, so much of rain, how will I go, how will I enter in the train? Great. Bombay memories are really... I lived there for 10 years. Almost 10, 9 years. No, 10 years in the job I will say. Then 2 years in the business. Business days were like I shifted to Bandra in the business. After starting business, within 2 years, I shifted to Bandra. But first I was in Bhayandar, then Meera Road, then Borivali.
Oh, you kept advancing.
Then I bought a house in Kandivali. In 2003, I bought a house in Kandivali.
So that's when
Thakur village.
That's where it was developing.
Yeah, but that was also after some time. What Bhayandar used to be, Meera Road become later. Then Dahisar become worst actually, right? It was like now, I don't know.
I went 2 years back just to get the feel of when friend's son got married. No way.
Traffic.
I don't think I can go back and
That's
get
what
that.
my people. It's been how many years I've not gone to Bombay? I think 2013 last.
Oh,
So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
you've not been to Bombay.
6 years.
I went 3 years back just to get the feel of it, and I knew I can't
I've not seen
go
the
back.
new airport also. That new airport, right? I've not seen the new airport.
So different. You feel so out of place because you've been here, right? It's so out of
Very
place.
difficult. Once you are in Dubai, very difficult to.
No, actually, Dubai, I was just talking to somebody. Dubai is a morphine. You die, a very slow death. And people become so used to of this pseudo comfort, right? And they don't want to go anywhere because even if there's no money,
Yeah, correct.
they'll still don't want to go because house is good, car is good,
Credit card, is it?
and yeah, so they'll be living on the credit. And tomorrow anything can happen.
Scary.
Yeah, actually.
They don't
And
want to leave that.
it's a pseudo security actually. It's not a real security.
If nobody was to think, like, जाने दो इतना जाए.
And they when even if they go back, I know some people they went to India and they said we cannot live in India.
2 years, 3 years, they come back.
Very difficult.
It's absolutely a pseudo security.
There
People
is something here. Something is something.
they know how to hold people, how to hold and still
how
take out
to-
all money.
how to
Take
spend-
out all
How
money.
to
Right?
spend what you're earning. That is
Somebody was telling, who knows the astrology and all. She was telling that when you see the chart of Dubai as a city, it's a flamboyant city, but its nature of Dubai is what it gives you back, it takes back also. Dubai does not allow you to take it back.
Nothing back.
You earn here,
Spend
what you
here.
spend. So that's what exactly she as per the chart of Dubai actually. That's how the.
That's why it's flourishing without all.
But anyway, it's all said and done. Still, this is my final destination actually, right? We thought of staying so many places, but his parents are here. My parents. Now at this age, I cannot ship them anywhere else. And Dubai is like India, and they are at home. Europe, they cannot live in the extreme weather, plus the language, plus at this age again adjustment and all. Even if you go to Asian country, maybe Malaysia, Singapore also, not. India obviously, no question of going back. Good. So you are working from the same company for so long?
Same company here. I joined
For
here
20 years?
9, yeah.
Oh, you, huh?
I started as a accountant.
Yeah.
Now I am in charge of it.
Okay. And you same?
I was there
Before I
16
worked
years.
in Cochin around 8 years.
I was 16 years with the same company. Then I wanted to take a change because I got to the manager post, so not meeting customers. So then I moved. Microsoft was I loved Microsoft. So I mean, this is Microsoft CR.
Yes.
So I switched over.
So you still develop?
I do functional and I do technical. I like it.
I did my management in systems and marketing, but I forgot everything about systems. I mean, my bachelor's was also computer science, but I don't know why I did it. Today I feel like thank God. Otherwise, I have to sit in that one place and do. I cannot sit at one place. So what exactly she told you guys?
She's actually, you should tell me now.
Yeah, but still, I just want to know what she told you so that I can tell you, forget about
She's
it.
not actually given anything detailed. She kept the suspense to you. She said, I wouldn't spoil it. I want you to hear it
Yeah,
from him.
it's good because otherwise you come with preconceived notion
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
gets mixed up, right?
She's kept the suspense.
You guys have your kids here?
Huh?
Kids here?
Yeah.
How many? How old?
13 and 11.
13 and 11. Spoil actually.
No, we can't even think of it.
They are exploring.
No, because Dubai kids are so
No, they
comfortable.
born here. They
Huh?
don't know anything.
Yeah, that's
Both
what.
of them born here.
Seriously.
So
Like
I
the,
send them 2 months to India just
Yeah.
to get the feel with the grandparents. Whether it's vacation, they come back, they are
you know, but the street smartness which is there, Bombay kids, they go to train, college every time, all
they
those.
survive out of everything.
Anyway, so I'll tell you basically where I'm coming from, what I used to do before business, and why I started business, how I started, and what stage we are at right. And at this stage, what we are looking for. And if what we are looking for seems to be matching with what you are looking for, then we can have an elaborated discussion. If it doesn't really matches, then maybe a brief discussion. Sounds okay? Correct? See, I'm born and brought up in a very small town in MP, Jabalpur. I don't know whether you heard about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? Okay, so it's known for few things actually, but still many people don't know about it, right? So my father was into army.
My father was in ordnance in Aravankadu.
Really?
Gunpowder manufacturing. So
My father was in ordnance but uniform.
exactly, because different places have different. That's why I know my father. He used to come on some tasks.
Yeah.
He used to come to Japan.
Jabalpur, yeah. Dude, Jabalpur has 8 ordnance factories. 9 actually.
It's known for that.
9
So I
ordnance.
know my friends moved to KV there.
Yeah, you came from KV? Me too. Same, yeah, obviously ordnance. so same. So we were staying in a quarters,
Quarters, yeah.
right?
A colony.
The colony,
Upline.
and everybody was same.
Correct.
Because everybody used to go to same office, and all kids used to go to KV, same KV. Okay. So when I was growing up, frankly speaking, I had no aspiration. Why? Because there was no one to look up to. Everyone was same. So there was no one to look up to, and that time there was no internet, there was no cable TV, nothing. So I was happy-go-lucky child, and full day with friends, school. Come back home, eat and sleep. Actually, my mom used to tell me, "Are you staying in a hotel or a house?" Because you come back only to eat and sleep. Okay, but that's what exactly was life, right? And till graduation, I was like this. I had no clue what I'm going to do because there's no role model to follow actually, right? So I was doing a science graduation. Why? Because I understand numbers. So that's very easy subject for me. So mathematics. So I said, okay, so I have to take a mathematics from my graduation, right? So I started graduation, and that time also I had no clue what I'm going to do after this. But in last final year, my father, mother, every day dinner table, the discussion is happening. Father's going to retire after 5 years. So it's like slowly they're knocking in my head actually, right? So I started getting little mature actually, and in last 3-4 months of my graduation, I started thinking I need to do something, just not to take care of myself, but to take care of them also. I'm the only son. I have a younger sister also, right? So what to do? I don't know. So I look at my other classmates, the gang. So some people are planning to take up a job in the same town. Some people are planning to do a master degree. Some people are planning to do MBA. And that time MBA used to sound very good, fancy. Now MBA is like everywhere you see MBA, right? So I said, okay, this sounds good. Let me do MBA, right? So I appeared for exam, CET, got admission in Pune University, shifted to Pune actually in a hostel. Now while doing MBA also, no big goal. The only aim is to get a job, so that I don't need to ask money, and within 2-3 years, then I have to give something to them also, right? So fortunately, not 1, not 2, I got 3 jobs from campus itself, and those days, I'm talking about 1999 and finished my MBA. So that time, there was no private telecom, there was no private banking, there was nothing actually. The globalization started in 2000 actually, right? So only dream job used to be FMCG. And my first offer was from Hindustan Unilever. Now, Unilever was one of the best company. I said, okay, I close my eyes and join as a management trainee. Now, I don't know what is my role. Trainee means they can put me anywhere, right? Maybe they can tell me to sweep the floor also, but it's okay. That time my salary was 6,025. That is the time when I landed in Bombay. They posted me in Bombay. Now Bombay, first time I landed, I saw this is an ocean and I'm coming from a pond. I don't know how to swim there and they threw me in an ocean actually, right? But what to do? No choice. We were three guys actually in that batch got selected. 2 of them left actually within 1 month. Why? Because both of them had a backup. Because one was a youngest child. So the elder brothers and all were working. Other was a businessman's son. So they said, no, we can't handle this every day, morning. But I had no choice. So I learned how to enter in the train and all that, right? Within 2 months' time, I become a happy robot. Happy robot. Get up early in the morning at 7 o'clock. Quickly leave home by 8 o'clock. Take a train at 8:33. Go to work by 10 o'clock. Work all day. Come out by 6:30. Take a train at 7:30 again. Reach home. Your station by 9 o'clock. Eat outside. Reach home by 10 o'clock and sleep. So go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home was life, right? And I was happy because my few friends were still looking for a job. Right? I was happy because that's what I wanted. Right? But because of the focus on the job, because in Bombay there's no other focus. You can't. Morning 7 till 11 you are busy, right? So because of the focus on the job, I started growing very fast. Within 1.5 year time, I got my first promotion. I became a territory manager, handling distribution channel for Hindustan Unilever for Bombay actually, right? So all the Kutchi, Marwadi, those distributors I used to handle, right? So continued for 1.5 more year. And in 2001, suddenly I got a call from a consultant. I still remember the Sardarji consultant was there and he said, your profile is shortlisted by one of the bank, which started 6 months back in India. Because 2000 was the time when Manmohan Singh announced the globalization and the privatization. So bank. So they said, this is the first bank and they shortlisted your profile. I said, but I never sent my profile. They said, don't worry, through references, right? So would you want to go? I said, if they are okay, I'm okay. I'll go. So I went. I said, I don't know BO banking. I'm dealing into soaps and detergents actually, right? So they said, don't worry. I went there. I spoke to them. The person who was interviewing me was also from FMCG. So he asked me all FMCG questions. And every day, morning till night, I was doing the same, right? So I was thorough on that, right? And then within 45 minutes time, the HR also spoke to me and all. They offered me 3 times salary and a cluster head position. So 6 branches will come under me. And you know which bank? HDFC. Okay? So, and they said, don't worry, you will get training on banking. So I got basics of banking training. And I realized that everyone was like me from non-banking background. Why? Because that time there was no bankers available. Because government people will not come in private. So I said, okay, they wanted a good mindset and then train them, right? So I continued there for a few years. Then I got a best break of my life, which is G. G Money, NBFC, non-banking finance corporation, right? So financial, products and all, right? So I was a manager with G, looking after half of Bombay. I was 26 that time, and that is the time I bought a house in Bombay, in Kandivali. Why? Because what jump I got from HDFC to G, that was exactly the EMI. And because G was category A++ company, those days 90% loan. I got 90% loan and 10% I took it from my dad. Correct? My dad was retired by that time, right? So I said, we need to take a house because every 11 months we cannot change, right? And my parents need to shift with me. So we started living in Kandivali, nice house. The moment I bought a house in Bombay, I became most eligible bachelor in my town. Because 26-year-old G, house in Bombay, so it was like big thing there, right? But I was not able to understand why people are thinking like that, because it's not my house. The house will become mine after 20 years of loan. Correct? But generally, people buy a house and it's my house, but it's not their house, right? It's a bank house, right? The day you stop paying, you stop, So in my head, thankfully, I was thinking life is still same. Go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work. Only difference is that before, I used to eat outside. Now mom is there to cook. Correct? Yeah, one more difference. Before it used to be Peter England, then it became Louis Philippe and Van Heusen, right? Correct? The brands changed a little bit, right? And then I got promoted again after 1 year. I become a senior manager, looking after entire in Bombay actually. Again, same role but bigger territory and all that. Still same life. Go to work, come back home, go to work. For neighbors, wow, senior manager, 27, 28-year-old, Okay, for other people it was wow, right? But for me, life was exactly same. In fact, worse, longer. Before I used to come by 10 o'clock. Now it is 11:30 also, right? No? Yeah, one more difference. Before it used to be train. Now it is car. That's one more difference, right? Before I used to buy first class pass. Now it is EMI, monthly EMI, right? So, but again, continued working. Then again, got promoted after 1 year, become Maharashtra head. So AVP for Maharashtra and GE, right? But same role, everything same. Only the designation change on the card, but life is still same. Yeah, one more difference. Before it used to be only Bombay. Now I have to go to Pune, Kolhapur, Nasik, Aurangabad, and all that, right? Nagpur and all that. That otherwise no difference, right? Then what happened? Suddenly again I got a call from consultant. He said, "Do you mind going to insurance? Insurance is coming up." That time insurance was like, it was in 2003. No, 2003 I joined GE. It was in 2005. Okay, after 3 years. So 2005, they said insurance started around 2-3 years back. Nowadays they are ramping up very fast. I said, I don't care. Anything is okay. Am I going to get more money? So they said, go for interview and check. I said, okay. Again, they hired me again for AVP for Kotak Life Insurance. Okay, I learned everything. Within 1.5 year time, again got promoted, become a vice president for Kotak actually, heading west. So MP, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Goa. That I was heading actually, right? But life was still same. Get up early in the morning, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. And by that time, I was married. My wife was also working the same way. She was working for Birla Sun Life. Okay, she was the area manager. I was a regional manager, right? But different companies, competitor. Okay. So then what happened? But when the only difference is every 5 o'clock I used to leave, almost 18 days a month, because I have to take a flight, go to Ahmedabad one day, go to Goa one day, take 2 hours flight, start working by 10 o'clock so that I can leave by 6 o'clock. So I come back home by 11 o'clock, right? So every day 5 o'clock morning, go to work, come back home. Now before it was a train, then it is a car, now it is a flight. That's the only difference, right? So in the flight, by the time I was 9.5-year-old in the job, and I realized that it's been 9 years. I never got time to look back what I got and what I lost. And I said, I need to prepare a balance sheet in my head. And I started preparing. I said, I got designations, salary hike, promotions, bonus, more responsibility, long working hours, travel, office politics, tension, sleepless nights. These things I received. What I lost was no quality time for the family. Even if I'm with the family, but always job is going on in the head, right? No personal growth. Professional growth was there. Spiritually, I was not growing. There's no time to think about spirituality, right? Okay. Third, there's no hobbies left. There's no time for hobby. Right? Nothing actually. And then health was not at best. I was 20 kg more than what I am today that time. I was almost 10 years younger, but 20 kg more than today, right? Okay. Then I said, but it's okay. I'm still better than others, correct? But one thing gave a wake-up call. That was the bank balance. When I saw the bank balance, I said, when I was trainee, end of the month, very small amount is left. And when I'm a vice president also, very small amount is left. Yes, amount is different, but inflation also, plus number of people in the family, plus your stomach also become bigger, right? I'm used to lifestyle and all, right? So very small portion of the salary is left after a month, right? Actually, nothing used to get left. Only bonus used to get left by end. We used to wait for bonus only, right? Okay. And then I said, if I continue doing the same thing, is it going to change? Answer was no. I said, 10 years I'm performing. I cannot perform like this all the time. 20 more years if I do the same also, what will happen? I'll do the same thing, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. Higher the position, more insecurity actually, more pressure, and maximum I'll become a CEO. Maximum. And what will happen? I'll retire one day, and after retirement, my next generation will do the same from zero onwards. Correct? They will not start from CEO onwards. They will start from where I started, right? I said, I'm running in a circle actually. My father did the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Do I really want to do this? Answer was no. Because before that I was very passionate about my job. But then I realized I'm not reaching anywhere. So the whole fun in running had gone actually, right? As I'm running in a circle, coming first also. But in circle, when you come first, it's like, you're coming back to the same place, right? True? So I said, I don't want to do this. I asked my wife, is this what you want to do? She said, no. What to do, don't know. And then we realized that we need to first figure out where we want to reach. Correct? Because if we don't know where we want to reach, we will keep jumping from one place to another place. So if we know where we want to reach, we will look out for a vehicle which can take us there, right? True. So basically, after a lot of discussion, we figured out that it's not that we don't want to work. It's not that we are lazy. The problem is, we don't want to work for all our life. We wanted to give our blood and sweat for few more years. And after that, something which we should create, which should work for us rather than we have to work for something else. Correct? So what to do? Job not possible, right? In job, if I tell my boss, I will give 40-year work in 4 years. Can you give me 40-year salary? He will tell me, if you get it, tell me also. I will also join there, right? Correct? So there was no choice, right? So what to do? So I said, no. Business. We had a weird thought that after 5 years, we should have a choice of going for 1 year world tour actually. What do you need for world tour? 1 year world tour. Time and money both. Because when we have time, we don't have money. When we have money, we don't have time. True? So I looked at my uncles and all who are into business. They are 60 or plus, still cannot go anywhere without a phone. Business, right? I said 60, I don't want to do this also. This is worse than a job actually. They will lose their own money. At least in job, you don't lose your own money, right? Then I understood I need to learn something actually. And I started reading a lot of books. I understood that I need to become an entrepreneur, not a businessman. An entrepreneur creates something which lasts with or without them actually, right? But I don't know how, what. So I started reading a lot of books on entrepreneurial development and all that. And that time I read a book called Cash Flow Quadrant. Cash Flow Quadrant is a book written by Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know whether you heard about it or not, right? In that book he mentioned very nicely something which all of us know about, but we never think about it. He said, in this world, there are only 4 ways of making legal and ethical money. There's no 5th way. And what you choose out of these 4 ways define what kind of a life you live. Interesting. I said, okay, let me read. So first, easiest way to earn money, take up a job. Easiest, work for someone, get paid. More work, more pay. The day you stop getting paid. So you are already in the job, I was already in the job, so we know about it, right? Okay. Second, become a self-employee or a small business owner or a professional actually, right? Third is a big business owner. And fourth is an investor. Not small-time investor, venture capitalist. Where you don't work for money, money work for you. Billions of dollars, not small. Ultimately, everybody wants to be at a 4th position, right? But not possible directly. So this is gone. First, I was already doing. That is also gone. So only 2 options left, small business and a big business. But what is small and big business? You're a finance person. So how do we check business size? Balance sheet, right? What we see? Investment, turnover, cash flow, profitability, all these things, right? This author said this is all wrong. According to him, these are the indicators, but this cannot tell you the surety of the business, right? According to him, even if somebody started with a big investment, big turnover, big income also, but if that business is not capable of running on its own after few years, without that person, it's a small business, which is called person-centric business. Which means if that person is there, it will run, and he's not there, maybe in few years' time it will finish, right? And I'm sure you must be knowing many families in your hometown where one main person died and slowly that business collapsed, right? And an example, there are many examples in India, like Mafatla. Where are they today? They were like Ambanis. Where are they today? Nowhere. Bombay dying, right? Because either the next generation is not capable or don't want to do that, right? So finish, right? So how different it is than a job then? Same thing. He also mentioned small business owner always end up working for a big business owner. Example, suppose tomorrow Apple come to you and give you the master franchisee in India. India is a big country. Every city of India have only your franchisee. So you have a big investment because everywhere you have a store, right? And sale is also good because Apple automatically sell, right? So in turnover is good, income is also good. But finally you're working for the day you don't get along with them, finish, right? Or the day they change a policy, right? Khalas, right? So how different it is than a job? Same, right? It's like a job only. And he also mentioned that 97% people in this world come in these two categories. Either they're employees or they are small business owner or self-employee, right? And 97% people, when they stop working, they stop getting paid. Look around yourself. How many people you know, when they stop working, they still increase their income? How many? Very few. And these are the people who are on the other side. Big businessmen, investors. And they're only 3% of the world. 97%, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, die, finish, right? True. And he also mentioned 97% people, these 97%, have only 3% money of the world. But 3% people control 97% of the money. True? You know, you see the whole world, top 40 or 50 business families basically are the richest, right? True? And when I saw this, I don't know what happened. And I realized that people who are on 3%, they were not born there. Somebody shifted from here to here, right? Or maybe their forefathers, right? So why can't I think of shifting here actually? So from there that thought started coming. I want to shift this side, I want to shift this side, right? Need to do something. So I started reading about the big businessman. So according to the author, that big businessman is someone who may not start very big with turnover, big investment, with knowledge, with skill, with education. These are those people who start with a different thought process. And their thought process is such that they will not just work for money, but they will work in a such way that while making initial money, they will end up creating a system in few years, and that system will run for them rather than they have to run for the system. Example, Dhirubhai Ambani. Was he educated? No. Was he rich? No. Nothing actually, right? But today he is no more. But the system is running on, all right? If Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani stop going to work, still it will run. Bill Gates, Microsoft, your favorite, correct? Was he rich? No. He started from garage, right? School dropout. True. But he's not working anymore. He's retired, right? He's NGO he's running, right? That is, you know. And his kids are also not running Microsoft, but still Microsoft running actually, right? True. So there's so many. Richard Branson, again, he was a dyslexia patient when he was studying actually, right? Very poor family. Mother was single mother actually, right? But today he does weird things, but Virgin is still running actually, right? True. He's living his life. I said, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. But they took 60, 70 years to reach there. I said, I don't want 60, 70 years. Maybe smaller than that. They have this size, I will be this size, right? Couple of $1 million. Starting from $1 million every year. Correct? But a system which can run on its own. True? In 5 to 6 year time. I don't want 60 years. So that I can enjoy life. So after reading this book, I was very clear what am I looking for. Number one, I was looking for a business which I can start in less amount of money. Because job cannot put so much, right? How much was my budget? $10,000 maximum. Knowing the fact that in $10,000 I cannot buy a taxi also. But I said, okay, to start with at least, right? And then maybe later on we'll see. So I was mentally ready with that. Maybe I'll use a credit card or whatever, right? Second, I wanted to start along with a job. Because I was knowing that if I leave my job, business will take some time to settle down. But I have EMIs to pay. So along with the job, and I'm ready to stretch. Because which job means I have to stretch. I have to work on weekends, I have to work after job also. So I said few months or few years, I'm okay, right? But at least there's a safety net, right? Correct? Third, I wanted someone to hold my hand. Because how do you learn business when you lose money? You learn this is how you lose. I was not in a position to lose a single penny. So I said, I want someone to tell me, navigate me. I will drive, but navigation system, Someone can tell me, don't go there, you will fall. If I want to go still, then it's up to me, right? It is some system, right, where I can pick up the principles, right, to be successful. Fourth and last thing, I wanted to see the projection. I'm a number person. Wanted to see the projection that what speed I have to work with to create this system in next 4 to 5 years. And if I go slow, where will I reach? If I go fast, where will I reach actually? True? So these are the 3-4 things which I was looking for. The moment I got clarity about these 4 things, within 45 days I got this business. Within 45 days, one of my friend came from Hong Kong actually. He is 4 years elder to me. And we just happened to talk and I said I want to do something he was already doing. So okay, let's do it. It was completely new field for me. Completely new field. But I said, I don't care. What I need is my goal. Correct? So basically, this is how exactly I entered in the business, right? Then I started along with a job. And then initially it was stretch. Difficult. Business was not difficult. To push myself, it was difficult. After job, because you go remove shoes and chill, right? So I told my wife, I will not come after office to home every day. I will go to coffee shop, I will work for 3-4 hours and then come. Because at home cannot work.
Yeah.
Correct? So she said, anyway, even if I stop you, will not listen, right? So okay, go ahead. Correct? So I did that for 4 months. 5th month I left my job. Why? Not because I was making a lot of money. Because I got a clarity and I understood that if I give more time, at least I will survive and make it big. And one more reason why I left in 5th month basically is because in my job again they promoted me, which means more work, which means bigger trap actually, right? So my role now was a national head. So I have to go all across, which means I will go and come back after 3 days. True. I cannot go to Jammu and come back actually to Bombay in the same day, right? True. So that's what I have to travel across the country, right? I said no way, and I resigned. I gave 3 months notice. That was honeymoon time. I worked harder for my business, correct? And then when I left my job, I was free. Free not to take a risk, but to work harder. So I said, okay, why only Bombay? I'll go to Pune also. Because for Pune, I don't need flight, I don't need hotel. I'll go in the morning, come back in the evening. Because when you start the business, you have to cut expenses also, right? So I used to go 2 days a week to Bombay, Pune, 5 days in Bombay. Within 3-4 months time, I started earning decent amount of money, which I was surviving properly, right? Not much, but survival, correct? At least I'm not underground on the floor, right? Then I started Gujarat.
Oh, okay.
So I started going to Bombay to Ahmedabad. Morning 5 o'clock I used to take a train, 10 o'clock reach there, work all day and come back late in the night. So every Sunday I used to go there when people take rest. Sunday I used to go there, come back in the night, okay? For 8 months non-stop, every Sunday. But in those 8 months I started earning 3 times more than my salary. Okay? By that time I was almost 1.5, 2 year old in the business, right? My wife saw that this guy is growing, working hard, no time. She was also sick and tired of her profession. She said if we both work together and handle different places, we'll grow faster. She came, she worked with me for a couple of months. She understood and learned the business. She started taking care of Bombay and Maharashtra, and Gujarat and Maharashtra. I started flying to Delhi. Because Delhi is far, I have to now stay in the hotel and come back, right? But by that time I was making money to spend. I had 2 choices. Okay, 3 times, chill. But that was not the goal. That was like, okay, I become a CEO, right? But still, the system was not built actually, right? So I started going to Delhi every weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Friday I used to leave. Friday night, Saturday night I used to leave. Sunday I used to come back, right? Okay? For 80 weeks I did that. And Delhi became fastest growing market for me. Why? Not because Delhi is special. Because by that time I was 3-year-old in the business. I had experience by that time. I learned everything, right? Before I was learning and doing, right? Then I started Bangalore and all, South. And by 2011 I realized, this was 8 to 11. 11 I realized I'm no more driver of the business. I become a navigator. Which means I have my people in every city. They are working, I'm hand-holding them and navigating them, right? But I love to drive. I love to be on the ground, right? I said, why not overseas expansion? So work in India is happening without me. I'm only guiding them. Why not me going on the ground in overseas? That's how I came to Dubai. So 2011, I landed here. First time without anything. Zero business. I stayed here for 1 week. Did something, went back. 3 weeks there, 1 week here. Then again 3 weeks there, 1 week here. Then again 3 weeks there, 1 week here. After 3 months, I could see some business going actually, right? Then I started staying 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there. Then 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, right? Then after some time, 3 weeks here, 1 week there. And by that time, within 1 year, I realized by 2012 that I don't need to go there anymore. My wife is also not required because the system for which we were working is already set. Correct? And we already crossed $1 million in that year actually, income, with me not being there, right? True? So I told my wife, why not shifting here? By that time I was well versed with Dubai. 3 weeks I used to stay here. I bought a house immediately because by that time we already crossed $1 million and we had no time to see the money because the mission was something else, right? To create something which will work. I bought a house in Dubai. So all to it, mom, dad, dog, maid, driver, wife, everyone, all of us shifted together. Correct? One fine day on the phone call. Correct? So we bought a house in Lakes. We started living there. It was Bombay, enough of flats and all, right? Okay. And so my dog was also happy to have a garden, everything actually, right? And then after shifting here, all those things which we were missing, being together, because we were running there, right? Everything got fulfilled, right? And the purpose to start the business was sorted, system was already set. So for 1.5 years, I had no goal. I had no goal and I bloated further. And one fine day, 2013 Diwali, I saw my photo. I said, who's this guy? This is not me. I said, no way. I'm deteriorating actually, right? Because now no goal. And then I realized the goal gives me a kick all the time. Before it was a survival goal. Now I need kick. So first goal I kept for myself in 2013, reduce the weight. So within 12 weeks I lost 20 kg. 3 months 20 kg down. Since then same actually, right? Then I said, now I have skill, I have business knowledge, everything. Why not creating more systems? And this $1 million can become 2, 3, $4 million, right? So I said, which country? GCC. So Kuwait, Oman, Qatar. So I said, okay, I'll work only for 2 to 3 days a week. 2-3 days, I will, 3-4 days I'll chill here, do nothing. So I started going to Kuwait, Qatar, Oman. 1 week here for 2-3 days, 1 week here for 2-3 days. And chill here, right? Within 2.5 years time, these countries also become auto. They started adding more millions actually in the income. With more systems, right? Because now I was experienced, so it was faster actually, right? Then again I was retired. So 2016, I was chilling, retired. Then I said, okay, I need to start investing. So I started buying houses here, 11, 12 properties bought. And then that is a period in 2017 when I met a friend of mine from school. He was living in Vietnam. So he was working for 20 years. Okay. And he was a GM of one of the company. And he's married there, he's settled there actually. He said, are you not expanding your business in Vietnam? I said, never thought. He said, why? I said, I'm habitual of covering backyard, not so far, 7-hour flight and all that. But I said, why you are asking? He said, no, I want to start something. And then that Kida, I said, okay, let's do it, if you're serious. I said, 1 week in a month I'll come. Only one. I started 2018, Vietnam. It's been 2 years now. Now Vietnam is also on auto mode. Complete auto mode. I'm still going just to make it more stronger foundation, right? And that way different more countries, Kazakhstan, all that happened, right? But today I'm at a position where I was bored in Bombay, in Dubai, because I was not doing anything here. I was retired. And then I realized actually I expanded in every country except Dubai properly. Because Dubai I was chilling. So I said, why not getting on the ground again and create a bigger system in Dubai also, right? So for that we discussed, why not having few more partners for increasing the bandwidth, correct? So that's why exactly we're meeting people, right? So we decided to have few more partners, but we're not looking for education, experience, background, knowledge, industry. We're only looking for 2 things. Because education can be acquired, knowledge can be acquired, right? Only and only 2 things. Number 1, a person who's like-minded. 2 people thinking like this cannot go together, right? True? Like-minded. Number two, a person who is coachable, who's ready to learn from scratch. But this is the most difficult part. Bigger the experience, more to empty actually, right? True? Because I faced this. I had to empty. It was difficult actually, right? No, I used to think I know it all. But then I realized within first 2 months that was cricket which I was knowing. This is golf. So either I should happily play cricket all my life or unlearn this and learn this, right? So someone who's ready to understand, I don't know what I don't know. Correct? So and whatever I know, it has already given me what maximum it can give. Correct? So someone who's having that kind of a wisdom at least, right? Okay? Actually, it's not wisdom, it's common sense. Correct? And then how do we check whether someone is like-minded or not? Like-minded for us means only and only one thing. Somebody who's very clear about his or her goals. Very clear. That I want to be there in these many years, and what I'm doing today cannot take me there. So I'm looking for a vehicle which can take me there actually, right? I may not be knowing how to drive the vehicle, but I'm ready to learn, but I want to go there. Correct? Someone who's very clear about his why. Why to take up something new? Why to restart something new, right? You know? Why to learn so much new, right? You know? And if you notice, 90% people in this world, they don't focus on why. They focus on how. But how to do and what to do, right? True? But you tell me, when you came to Dubai first time, were you knowing how to live here? You were knowing why to come here, right? Then you figured out, right? Example, if you don't know how to go to Abu Dhabi from here, I give you a map, which is a perfect map, which is telling you how to go there. Will you go there for no reason? No. But you know how to go there. But now, change the example. No map. You don't know how to go there. But in next 2 hours, if you reach there, you will get $5 million. Now you will go there. How? You will figure out, right? So what is more important? How or why? Why? But where we focus always? How? Because our education system is designed to create employees, and employees know how in a best way. Correct? And who hire these employees? People who know their why. Example, Dhirubhai Ambani, was he knowing how petroleum works? No. But he was knowing why I have to start a petroleum company. True? And then he hired all the petroleum experts. And they're working for him. Right? True? So we want somebody who's very clear about his or her why. Why I am looking out for something, right? True? And that why should not be a wishful thought. It should be a burning desire. The non-negotiable thing, right? That I want to do this. I need this thing actually, right? True? I'll tell you my why when I started. Only 2 reasons. When I started, I was 30. I wanted to retire before 35. And that was my need, not want. Why? Because after 10 years of work in Bombay, I felt as if I finished already 30 years. Correct? So I don't know, the thought even that I have to work for 30 more years used to kill me every day. So I said, no, I want to retire by 35. That was my why. So I was looking out for something which can retire me by 35, right? Second reason was my parents. I wanted to give them the best life, and they were 58 years that time. Can I afford to delay? No. I had a very short time, right? So these were 2 whys for which I was working, and these were non-negotiable. I was ready to die while working for that, rather than accepting the life, right? The way it is going, right? So somebody as clear as that actually, right? And thankfully, because I was very clear about this, I achieved both the things in 3.5 years when I shifted here. Correct? So somebody who's as clear as that. Because if this why is in place, there are 4 more things which we are looking at automatically come in place. You know? So that why is the most important thing. What are these 4 things which we look for, which why automatically fulfill it? Number 1, if your why is in place, will you be bothered about the industry? Or any industry is okay. Correct? I mean to say, will you be bothered about if your why is very clear that I want finance only, I want IT only. I was ready to sweep the floor also if that can give me retirement in 5 years and my parents' best life, right? True. But there are people who look for things as if God has stamped them. Marketing, finance, right? But they don't understand that also they learned. And they can learn anything at any point of time, right? True. But people think Because basically, if the destination is not there, they will stick to the vehicle, right? But if the destination is there, they will be ready to change the vehicle to reach the destination, right? True? So, somebody who does not have an industry constraint, correct? Number one. So, if why is there, that constraint will not be there. Second, you as a person today and you as a person there cannot be same. You have to evolve, change. Is it easy to change? No. But if the why is there, the person will change. True? So again, why? Function of why, right? Third, people who don't have why, they cannot take their own decision. They go to Rai Bahadur for decision actually. Correct? They go and ask people who are like them only for suggestion, free advisors, right? True? But people who have their why, they understand if my why is different and this person's why is different, we will think differently actually, right? True? So there's no point asking. So again, function of why, right? I used to go for guest lectures in the college, MBA college sometime, and I used to tell, please don't give me topic, I want to talk about this topic. Because the kids need to know. Define your why first and then find out the way to reach there, right? Rather than, oh, IT sounds good, oh, finance, all this sounds good, right? And then don't know where to go, right? True? So, this is the third thing which is depending on the why. And last but not least, there are two kind of capitals which are required in any business. One is a seed capital. It's a startup, right? One time. Second is an ongoing working capital. Like if you open this coffee shop, seed capital is furniture, one time, right? They have instruments and all that, right? But working capital is salary, rent, electricity bill, overhead costs, permissions and all that, right? Why most of the business get shut? Because of seed capital or working capital? Working capital, right? Because again and again, right? The good news is that in our business, working capital is not money. It is your time. Good or bad? Good. Which means the capital which you have, I also have the same, she also has the same, you also have the same. 24 hours, right? Now how do you use that capital? Decides where we will reach. Where you will reach, where I will reach, right? So good. It's a level playing field for everyone, right? You know, it's a common ground. But seed capital, actually, I should say seed expense is required. Capital is a big word actually, right? Seed expense is required to start. Like for example, if you want to start a garage also small, on the roadside, you need to have tools. That's a seed expense, right? Small amount, right? True? So basically, seed expense, how much? I started with $8,000. It can be anything between $5,000 to $8,000, right? Correct? Now, if somebody having a why and do not have this kind of a seed expense to start with, will arrange it because they have a why, right? True? But somebody who does not have a why, even if that money is kept in the FD, he will not break it because he is that 2%, 3% will be, enough for that person, right? True? So ultimately, everything, time is required, as I said, working capital. How much time? 24 hours a day. Mentally, not physically. Mentally, right? But physically, 24 hours a week is good enough to start with. And later, a smart person knows, how much to give time because it's based on return on time investment, right? True? So actually, if you see, everything boils down to why. If why is there, these things will come in place automatically. So in one line, if I have to say, if why is in place, does it really matter what is to be done? Whether we have to sell a balloon or break a stone on the beach, does it really matter? If the why is in place, right? True? So this is where we are coming from. This is what we are looking for. Now before I get into the business, correct? I want to ask you that, do you think at this point of time your why is very, very clear? Because nobody is right or wrong. It's only the timing, right? Correct? Some people, like for example, after 10 years when I saw this business, my why was very defined, very much defined, right? Maybe when I was 20, maybe that time why was not defined, right? True? So it's a timing, right? The state. Somebody who's having a why is already a looker actually. That person knows when I'm looking for something actually, right? So do you think your why is already there, clear cut at this point of time? Because if that why is nothing but a hunger, right? So before you get to see the menu, you ask yourself, am I hungry or not, right? True. Then you will see, oh, I'm a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian or whatever, right? That's a later step. But first is the hunger, right? True.
We've actually, we've not got thought into those things.
Yeah.
We've stayed in the robot stage that you talked
Yeah.
about. It's just taking care of kids, planning something for them, planning his family, taking care of his family, my family. This is all we've been doing.
Yeah, so that was past.
It's still.
Yeah, past till now. But what about the future?
So there's lots going on in mind in the sense that this rate, with this age and this factor, where are we going to reach? That's always a worrying factor. If you have to leave this country, what do you have as a backup? All this is haunting. But
Okay, leaving a country is because of the situation or you want to leave? Situation, right? But imagine, so given a choice, if you can create something for yourself, because of which you can just live it there in this country, what do you need to live in this country? Money only, that's it. True? It's only money. Like, people come here to work. I finished my work and shifted here actually, right? You can take your own visa, right? But how important is that for you? Some people are okay to go.
For us, it's too early for us to shift.
Yeah.
Because of the kids' age and what do we do? Go back and do there.
Yeah.
A lot of the things.
So that is the reason.
That is the reason.
So looking out for something. So how important is that reason?
That is the priority now. Because now the kids are young. So we need to plan something out. We don't know what back there. If we had a backup, we knew something here, we would decide on it. We're already away from there. It's no more our country. You feel so out of place there. This is the only thing.
So is it? So is it a need or a want?
It's more of a want, I think.
Want, right? Because if it is a want, till the time it will be a want, you will keep thinking actually. When it becomes need, you start working on that, right? True. So because I'm sure this must be going on for many years in the head, right?
Yeah, it's more prominent.
Yeah. So maybe it's converting. That need is getting converted into want is getting converted into need, right? Obviously, right? True. See, because why I'm telling you, because when I saw the business, I did not even got into the business discussion. I told my friend, bro, 5 years I want to die. I'm ready to work like a dog. Correct? Number 2, I want you to hold my hand. Correct? Number 3, I don't have any other opportunity. Correct? These 3 things I was knowing, accepted that, right? 4th, so I said I'm ready to jump. It's like I'm standing next to the river and there's a lion behind me. And I'm not able to swim confidently. What will I do? Still I will jump, right? Otherwise lion anyway is going to eat me, right? At least even if I jump, I will somehow try to save myself, right? True? So that was the situation. And I jumped. And it worked. Why? Because it was a survival issue, right? True? And before jumping, I asked only one question to myself. What if I lose interest? What am I losing? Answer was nothing. I started with $8,000. I already had 70 lakhs loan in India. I said 5 more lakhs. How does it matter? But what if this $8,000 helped me to clear 70 lakhs loan? And that's what happened. 3rd year I cleared all my loans. Correct? Before shifting here, right? So it was always an elimination thing actually, right? Okay, if I do, what will happen? If I don't do, what will happen? Right? If I don't do, life will still go on the same way, right? But if I do, may or may not change life. But at least there is a chance, right? True? Correct. So that was my state of mind, right? Now what is to be done, I'll tell you. 50% you will understand, 50% will be bouncer actually. Because obviously, if you tell about your profession or job, I will not understand overnight. But that does not mean I can never do that job, right? I can learn and do that, right? If you can teach me every day. True? Same is about this business also, right? True? Any business is exchange of product and services for money, right? We also do the same thing. The only difference is that we don't do it traditional way. So we don't take money from a customer, we don't deliver product to the customer. We have a parent company who does that. We use e-commerce platform. People go click, buy and pay directly, and company ship the product. Correct? So we help the company to do the turnover in different parts of the world. Now how to do that, don't get into that. How is a separate discussion? You know, it's like explaining you how to swim when you're not inside the water. Cannot, right? True? So I've spoke about why, now I'm talking about what to do. Now how to do is a separate, correct? So what to do? Creating a turnover, correct? Now the unique thing about our business is that every business have profit center and a cost center, right? Correct? Now what is a cost center? Cost center means product development, designing, pricing strategy, e-commerce management, accounting, this, that, blah, blah, employee management, shipping and handling, customer care, this, that, right? True? What is a profit center? Sales, turnover. True? Now if you start a business tomorrow, any business, all these things will be there. Where maximum time will go? In cost center or profit center? Cost center. Because there's so many. But the profit will come from profit center, right? So irony, right? If you start this restaurant, you'll have to manage employee, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But actually profit will come from profit center, right? And for that people hire someone and leave it on someone else, right? You know? But in our business, there's a parent company who manage all cost center. Manufacturing product, research and development, shipping and handling, e-commerce management, everything actually. Right? We only help company to increase the footprints on the portal. Now how do we do that? Again, for that you will learn about it. I was also not knowing, she was also not knowing. I'm not from e-commerce background, right? Correct? So, we learned, increase the footprints, and every dollar turnover which happens because of those footprints, company share 14% with us, which translate to $1 million. Why? Because 14% of one transaction may be small, two transactions may be small, but 14% of entire region is big, and that will not happen overnight. That will take 2 to 4 years. That's why all the markets where I went, I took at least 2 years to take it to $1 million income, right? True? Because then the turnover, because it spreads, right? True. So what are we doing? We are giving a permanent customer to the company, and company is giving a margin. But now how do we set up the system? Basically, now suppose you,
Would I get you something?
just a water.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll just...
Yeah. So basically, what happened? How to set up the system? Yeah.
Put the parking.
Parking.
I remember.
Parking is free now, no? No. After 10, Saturday.
I put outside. No, it's not free.
After 10 it's free.
Saturday it's
I
free?
think the time is not different.
Is it? No, RT parking is 10.
I had to put the 1 hour. Time is not. 9:45 was there.
Yeah. So basically, how do we set up the system? For example, if you learn from the, tell me one thing, today, e-commerce is going to become bigger or smaller? Bigger, right? Correct. Now whether we like it or not in the next 5 to 10 years, are you already a part of e-commerce or not? Already a part, but you're not earning. But you're not earning, right? You're on the other side, right? So you have a choice to join hands with the company, help them to do the turnover, take advantage of that growth, right? How? Right? Suppose you become a partner with the company and all of us work together. Is it possible to acquire large amount of customer base? Possible? Obviously after learning. Okay, don't think about how, right? Okay, nothing is impossible, right? So, suppose you acquire 100,000 customers. Whatever they buy, you get paid. True? But whatever they buy later also you get paid. Because those customers get mapped with you forever. And why company happily giving you? Because they're not giving from their pocket. They're giving after the turnover. If you don't do this, what will happen? They will have to hire Shah Rukh Khan and pay in advance actually, right? So they're saving cost actually, right? True. But so whatever they buy in future, you get paid. So suppose if you tell her about the portal and she goes there and buy something and she gets mapped with you on a platform actually, right? You get paid 14%. And after 1 year again she want to buy another same product, right? Without even asking you, you again get paid. So if she lives for 40 years and does one transaction every year, and if there are 40,000 customers like this, it's a huge money actually, right? But after 5 years, you said, okay, I want to hang up my boots. I want to go for 1 year holiday, right? And you go and travel, right? Company will not sit idle. They will keep sending mailers. They will keep sending new product launch to all the customers, right? You are not even aware, but they will still buy, right? They will not call you. So even if 10% people buy from there, shoe worth $100, it's $1 million turnover actually, right? And 14% will come to you. Why? They're not selling because of you. They're not buying because of you also. But why are you getting paid? Because you were instrumental to bringing them together actually. And today, if you see, mergers and acquisition happens. A non-performing bank is taken over by performing bank. Why? With all the liabilities. Because they come with customer base. Today, customer base is the biggest thing actually, right? True. So this is just a broad guideline of what we do. Now details and all that we can get into it. Okay, I don't want to bore you by giving too much of detail because I know half of the things you'll forget actually, right? Okay, but the point is simple. You have to ask only one question to yourself. Am I ready to change my life? Number one. Number two, do I have any other way? And number three is, what is there to lose? Correct? And after this, if the answer is, I'm ready to jump, then the whole discussion in detail makes sense, right? Correct? Because ultimately, the mechanics and all, you will keep learning. I am 10 years old in the business, still keep learning actually. And it's nothing to do with technicalities. I'm into e-commerce business. I'm expert of business now. Build business in 17 countries. But still I don't know how to transfer data from one phone to another phone. Because that is not a part of my business. I can hire someone for this, right? Correct. So, if you think yes, this can take us where we want to reach. And we are thinking about changing the situation, but now we are ready to take the action also, right? Then the detail makes sense.
Yeah.
Correct.
What is it in terms of investment? That's what I mean.
There's no investment.
In time.
Time. See, it is your business. Understand?
Completely out. Like for me, I have this, kids need my time. Which is one of the reasons why I've not got into this. Because, because I'm from that Microsoft platform, there are offers to do part-time or, but do I have the time? I don't know, because at what little time I get, there's so much, I am still short of it.
Okay, tell me one thing. Today we don't have time. Is it a problem or achievement?
I don't have time is
a problem.
It's a problem.
Are you looking for a solution?
I don't have, I need more time. But that's not for this extra thing, for my kids.
Correct. You need more time in life.
Yeah.
Correct. Anything which we need more, we have to invest little bit of that and it comes back in multiplication. You need more money. You save a little bit every day. Correct. And later you get a lot of back, right? True. Same way, if you need more time in future, you need to give little time today. Correct? And that is up to you how much you want to give. See, anything which you spend, never come back. Anything which you invest, always come back, right? True. So now you have to check, whatever you're doing today, are you spending time or investing time? I was spending time in my job. I was spending time in doing time pass, entertainment, weekends and all that, right? I said, okay, I cannot stop job. So I spend time, I get paid, right? But I can cut down my non-productive time and start investing that, right? So when I started investing that for 2-3 years, after that I become free. All time is mine. True? So
With an average work time, okay, how many extra hours do you have to put?
it is purely up to you. Purely up
But
to you.
minimum work.
If you want to buy a bicycle in 1 year, it can be 1 month, 2 hours maybe, right?
That's it.
If you want to buy a bicycle,
Okay, no.
if you want to buy a example I'm talking about, you want to buy a Mercedes out of that, right? Maybe in 1 year.
It is scale up according to
Yeah, so it's because understand, this is not a job. Nobody will define your timing. You will define your timing. That's the beauty of it, right? So today, even if we have less time, we can still start with less time so that in future we can give more time, right? Correct. Like I was a vice president. I never left my office before 9:30. Still I was doing the business, right? Because I asked myself, I don't have time. It should be a reason to do something rather than a reason for not doing anything actually, right? True? Because if I think I don't have time and I don't do anything, whole life I will have this problem. But now I think, okay, I don't have time, this is a situation. How do I handle this situation? Okay, so I need to, so I used to leave office by 9:30, 10 o'clock before business. Then I asked myself, I will leave by 7:30, come what may. And most of the time I used to leave 7:30 because I know there's another agenda waiting for me, right? And if I don't give time there, I will be stuck here for all my life. Then second, my mother used to complain me. She said, when you were on a job, at least we used to see you on Saturday, Sunday. Now you're so busy, this, that. My mom, I said, Mom, tell me one thing. Do you want to wait for Saturday, Sunday all your life? Or you want every day to become Saturday, Sunday? She said, every day, Saturday, Sunday. I said, give me 52 weeks. 52 weeks means 1 year, right? Correct? After that, every day will be Saturday, Sunday, right? So because after leaving a job and everything, I used to be at home till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm having breakfast together, lunch together. Then I used to work, right? My timing. It was my timing, right?
So it's not specific to a time zone?
No. It's purely up to you. When we tell you do's and don'ts, we will tell these are the do's and don'ts. But these are not the gunpoint. These are the success principle. Okay, you follow this, you grow faster. But still, it's because there's no boss here, right? Correct? It's directly proportional to your effort and learning ability actually, right? So that's what. And as I said, I will never say, oh, you don't need too much of time. You will decide how much time you want to put in. Because your why is yours, not mine. Correct? If I wanted to retire within 5 years, I was ready to give 24 hours a day. Mentally at least, right? That's why it happened in 3.5 years. True? So actually, if you ask me, I burned myself for 3 years. Which means for 3 years, no holiday, no movie, no wedding to attend, nothing. I was, in Hindi we say junoon sawar tha. That I want to finish this off so that I can enjoy my life. And that was good, no? At least now I can. Now I go to gym at 12 in the noon with all the housewives. No guys come there, right? Who can afford to go there, right? It's 12 o'clock gym. I get up at 10 o'clock. I go to gym at 12 o'clock. Okay. Work out for 1.5 hours. Come back home by 2:30. Take my lunch. Take a nap again. Watch my Netflix. And now I started working in Dubai again. So I started leaving at 7:30. Otherwise, before evening also, there's nothing left on the net.
Started work as well.
No. I started again getting on the ground in Dubai. Like this is my work.
Oh, okay.
Before I was not doing this also.
It's an autopilot.
I was completely chilling. It's still on auto. But that Kida again, I thought, why not making Dubai also big, right? Every 2 years, after chilling for 2 years, I get bored. I said, okay, one more. It's like when you have a baby, after 2-3 years, you feel like one more baby, right? But here, There you cannot have more than 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Here you can have more, you will earn more actually, right?
And what do you need to know? What is the qualification? So you said time is the only factor investment in terms
Yeah,
of
that's it. Actually, I'll tell you, this is like driving school. You have a will to drive. You will go to driving school. You will register yourself. You will attend theory. Correct? Then someone else will drive for you. You will just sit next to that person. But still your distance will be covered, right? Then you will drive, someone else will sit next to you, right? And then you will drive for yourself, right? Right? So, like when I started it, absolutely I was zero. Because my banking and my other things were not useful here, right? But I was on my knees. I was on my knees. For other people, maybe my situation was good. But in my head, my situation was worse. Because I was not ready to work like that for 40 more years. So it was pain. My pain was too much. Correct? And pain is a relative thing actually, right? Something which can pain me enough to take action. Maybe other person having worse situation than me, but still it does not hurt that person to take action, right? Correct? So it's all about that. Now imagine 20 years gone for you here, plus 2-3 years more there to work, right? 22 years gone, right? Same situation my friend was into, 20 years. He left his job in 5 months in Vietnam. Anyway, Vietnam is a cheaper country. He said, okay, I can leave. Even $2,000 is good enough, right? To survive. So he left in 5 months. You know? But he's enjoying life. And I can see him 2 years back, his behavior, his body, everything was older and now he's becoming younger actually, right? Why? Because now he's free, right? Correct? And then, so it's up to you, like 2 years back, same situation. Now same situation. 2 years later also will be same situation, right? Unless we do something about it, right? Correct. So, it's just that I know we have to work a lot with people, you know, because you have to start from zero. But you know what? If the person is having why, it is worth. But if the person is not having proper why, even if that person is too smart to do things, right, it is not worth, because that person will be complacent now. Correct. So that's why.
And what is the background required? You don't need to know.
As I told you, we don't
Need to.
Everything can be acquired. Common sense, that's it. Common sense and why. So basically, to succeed in this business, there are only 2 things required. Number 1 is a why, strong why. Number 2 is willingness to work. It is not a lottery ticket. Willingness to work hard with patience, which means nothing will happen overnight. 3 to 5 years, life can be 180-degree turn. 180-degree, right? But we should be willing, because see, it's a business. It's not a lottery. Correct? The first year maybe you will learn a lot. Maybe you will earn less, but learn a lot. Second year maybe you will earn good amount. And because you learned already, right? Third year, like for example, first year I struggled a lot. Struggled in the head and mind, head and heart actually, right? Am I doing right? Am I doing this? So I learned to resolve the conflict between head and heart in first year. That's a learning, right? I become very clear, right? Second year I started earning good money, right? Decent money. I mean to say maybe $2,000-3,000 a week. It was a decent money in India, right? Okay, more than a job at least, right? Third year straight like a jet plane, right? Multiplied. I'll tell you how this income can multiply actually, right? Give me the pen. Just an example. No, this is okay. You know how exactly? This is just an example. Okay. Suppose this is a calendar. This is a calendar. Okay. Give me the. Suppose this is a calendar, and you are doing the Just an example. This is not. I'm just trying to explain you how income in businesses multiplies.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So this is a calendar. This is A scenario and this is a B scenario. Okay. So this is like, this is a calendar. Now suppose you're doing a work for Microsoft, correct? And they tell you, I will pay you either this way or this way. You choose. As per this way, they will tell you, okay, we will give you 1 lakh rupees every day. Okay? 1 lakh rupee every day for 30 days. So basically we will put 1 lakh rupee in your account. Account means credit to you, and 30 days total money will be given to you. But here they say no. As you are progressing, we will increase your amount. But we will start from 1 rupee, only 1 rupee, first day. But second day will be 2 rupees. Third day will be 4 rupees. Then 8, then 16, then 32, then 64. And after 30 days, whatever total will come to you. Which one will you choose and why? Second one, right? Second one. Why? Because do you think second one will be more than first one? In 30 days? Correct? In 30 days I'm talking about.
30 days it will be less.
Less. So this is only 30-day project. Which one you will choose?
30 days also it will be more.
Yeah. So suppose this is 30 lakhs. 1 lakh per day, right? Okay? How much this will be? What? How many times? 2 times? 3 times? Huh?
Yes, but it will be more.
2, 3 times, right? You know what? How much this will be? 107 crores. And for 20 days, this will be more than this. After 20 days, you know, this is called compound effect. Compounding, right? And this is how the business grows. That's why I said patience for 2 to 3 years. You know? So work hard, patience, and before all these 2 things, why? Why?
It's too early to ask you for a brief of what is the work?
Yeah, we'll tell. But again, mentally, if you're, once you have to ready first, right? That okay, then the technicalities matter, right? Then what exactly we can do, you know, once you're mentally ready to start, right? Then you can come along with the instrument to start. Then one of us can sit down together, or someone can sit down, and I'll brief you everything once again. I will not talk about why and all that. Again, because that discussion is already done, right? I'll tell you exactly the company background, this, and then there's a financial calculation. How money flows. You know, the worst case scenario in 4 years and the good case scenario in 4 years. So you can choose. I want to give less time for worst case scenario or the more time for best case scenario or mediocre, right? True. So you will see the dummies plan, you know, dummy plan, like illustration, you know? And then immediately we can start same day. And after, if you have questions, we can obviously we'll discuss. And after starting next day or next to next day, within 48 hours, we will do the induction. Induction will take 2 hours. So induction will tell you now what next. So every time we tell the next step, next step, next step, next step. So we have everything defined because it's been, I started 10 years back. So if it is not defined, then I cannot be retired. It's standardized. So it's like a textbook, right? Correct. So that's what.
Thought process is working.
So think about it.
Yeah.
Again, I know nobody has asked you about, actually nobody ever asked about why, right? It's irony, right? True? We joined the first job, Nobody asks why you start doing it, right? Everybody start telling, okay, this is a KRA, this is a deadline, this is this is that, right? No? We go to school also, nobody asks why you start studying actually, right? Everybody just, It's a good question actually. Even after getting married also, people don't ask each other, why you got married to me, right? Did you ask him? Good question, ask her tonight. And you also ask him, why you got married to me?
That is already done.
Done, good.
That realization has come.
What movie also there?
Huh?
For me to like, why did I marry?
Sorry?
Why did I marry? I've already had.
Why did I? Yeah, correct.
I mean,
What did I
is
see?
it that
What did I see?
that without marriage, I wouldn't have. Yeah, kids, yes. Legally, 2 kids.
To have kids only, right?
Nowadays, kids also you don't need to be married.
Yeah, correct.
When I look at my niece, you know,
Nowadays everyone says that, right? I don't know why to get married.
There you can start your family, you'll have a family, you know, family can
Family,
you need marriage.
You don't need marriage, right? True,
Countries change.
seriously.
So, yeah, this man will be the guy who will give the time.
No, so don't see. He will have his own reason. You can have your own. Like me, my reasons are different. My wife's reason was different. So she started actually full-fledged after 9 months. After me, she started with me, but actually full-fledged after 9 months. You know why? Not because the time situation was different. Because for 9 months she was figuring out what is my why. She was knowing that this guy is mad. So he will make money, right? But then within 9 months she realized, how can I stay behind? I want to create my own identity. I cannot be relying on. That was her why. Her why was purely not the situation. Her why was self-image. I cannot fail. If I started, I have to succeed. So that khunnas was there because she was struggling too much in the beginning. And she said, no way, I will not leave it till the time I make it actually.
What is the struggle in terms of?
Struggling with change. She was like loner. She was not a business person. Always sitting in the corner alone, something like that. In business, you have to change. You have to interact with people. You have to, all those things, right? So she had to change a lot. That was a struggle, which is good change. It's good change. Now, because of this business, 3 years back, we shifted into investor quadrant actually. From employee, self-employed, business. This was a big business which gave us money. Then we shifted to investor quadrant. Now, we are utilizing this money to invest into startups. Because now we decided, okay, millions coming from there, but why not billions? And there's only one way to go to billions. Put money into 10, 12 startups, maybe 1 or 2 will work. So now, this year, I already took a stake in 3 companies actually, startup companies. One is IT, one is insurance, one is oxygen bottles. Startups are like the weird only, right? But I like the idea. I said, okay, 20 years back, nobody was knowing that we have to drink the bottle, right? Well, you don't know. The oxygen maybe, right? 5 years.
I think very soon we'll pick it up. To be required.
Correct, right? So I said, okay, I'm ready to put the money there, right? So that's what. So this was just.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
So just think about, I'll tell you what to think. Now, sometimes we are confused what to think now. Right? Think about your why, your goals. Sit together. Suppose tonight, God come down and tell me what you want. Specifically, in how many years what. Write down that. I don't know when we did do this exercise actually.
No, it's already. How many zeros to put and all that?
No, I mean to say, see, one is zeros to go. But one is, after those zeros, what we are going to do with that. Actually, see, nobody works for money. What you do with that money makes you work actually, right? Like for example, my retirement. my parents, ultimately money. But I cannot say, oh, I want a lot of money, right?
The goal is to be ready.
Then you're ready to start. So as I told you, to start anything between $5,000 to $8,000. But in that also you get some tools actually, right? So it's back to you, correct? Number one. Number two is, if you're comfortable with 5, I would say increase by 20%. If you're comfortable by 8, increase by 20%. You know why? I'll tell you. Because you should not be in comfort when you start the business. Because that discomfort pushes you to push yourself. And when you push yourself to get the money, then you learn faster actually. Obviously, you're not pushing yourself so much that you will die, right? I'm just like I said, $5,000-7,000 you can't even, send kids for school also, right? 1 year. Correct. So that's what. And again, I know entire explanation of the business is still left. We'll do it again. We can do it. You can fix up with her again. And then next time when we sit, okay, I'm going to start same day if everything is okay. Alright? So come back with mental preparation. Correct?
So this thing of 5,000 or 7,000, what are they saying, is to enter, to register yourself into that platform. Is that
yes, to activate basically. I'll explain you.
An account with that.
I'll explain you the process.
Some crowdfunding.
No. When we explain, you will understand the full business. It's ultimately it's turnover based game, right? And in that your office will be set up on the virtually. So like this is my office. 10 years, 17 countries. Now, okay, I'll tell the income also. Around $80,000 to $100,000 a week. Okay? Yeah. In 10 years time, obviously, I don't say everyone can make it. I don't say anyone, because if you put the same kind of effort, maybe you'll make more than that. Right? You know why? I had nobody to tell me. Now I'm there to tell you. Correct? So basically, without office, without employee, without overhead cost, because everything is provided to me by the parent company. No, that's why I can travel anytime, anywhere actually. That's why I changed my passport also. No more Indian.
So what do you give them basically? You get customers, you do selling of customers?
That's right. We increase the footprints on the portal and that gives them.
So when you say footprint, what is it? Established companies ka you get?
No. Basically turnover. You can say that, okay, we are giving them turnover.
To increase the turnover.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's what company want. They don't do any advertisement. We are a brand ambassador of the company. So you are a Shah Rukh Khan of the company. So obviously Shah Rukh Khan gets paid a lot. So that's what. So you understand when we explain it.
What's the product?
There are n number of products. We are into lifestyle, we are into holidays, we are into jewelries, we are into watches, we are into water filters, we are into wellness products. So there's a lot. So when I explain you the full business, right, verbally, I'll cover products also. Okay. This was more of a knowing each other and qualifying. Okay, because there's no point discussing the business if the mindset is not same, right? Correct? If you're not at the same page, right? And you can come back when you come back mentally prepared, you come back with the preparation that, okay, by end of it, if everything is okay, you will not waste time anymore. You will not again and again meeting. Okay, you will open the laptop, register, swipe the card. Okay, obviously mostly card is what exactly everyone uses, right? Okay, swipe the card, register everything, and the next day the induction. So during induction you will get some books and DVDs also. And then that's how every second day we can meet. One day. So you'll get some homework. You can do that at home. So 2 days after that, you finish homework. We sit again next time, then next time. So it's like a small kid is born, so we have to take that kid to every step, right? And now why exactly we do that? Simple reason. The day you can do everything what I can do, and you can earn good amount of money, right? That day I will be retired from this month. You will handle everything, right? That's what I do everywhere. So I go to Vietnam. There are 3 ladies. Correct? Vietnam is dominated by women actually, right? Actually, in my life, everyone, everywhere actually, right? My wife, she was handling India. Another friend of mine, she was handling half of that. Right? And then they become better than me actually. So I don't need to handle what they are handling, right? Because they are better than me. So the day you become better than me, I will celebrate. Otherwise, you don't celebrate anywhere, right? So you'll understand when we again I'm all over right now.
Yeah. And here, how you've already onboarded some people here?
She's there.
She's
My wife is there. She's sitting there.
She's here?
Ellen, yeah, she's there.
Oh.
Because big market. Any good person coming who's having a reason. You never know who will be a champion, right? That's it. So I will explain you everything in detail. What's that? If you want, I can do it now also, but it will take about an hour.
Just think over and come back.
Yeah, because why I'm
Have
telling
the mindset and
Then it will be we'll grasp it quicker, you know.
And then when you come back, just come mentally prepared. Okay, we will understand everything. And okay, we will not procrastinate them, right? Because that,
that same
habit, right? You will start immediately. So come back with your card, everything, whatever you want to use and whatever. Correct. And we will run you through. It'll take around 45 to 50 minutes to run you through verbally the entire flow, and then maybe she can run you through the numbers. Numbers are 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. You'll understand the calculation.
Okay. Maybe it's a stupid question. So I put in 6, 8, we're talking about 28,000 for example.
28,000
dirhams probably.
No.
20,000.
20,000.
28, 30.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah. You've seen people who've actually lost 30,000 without recovering?
See, there is. First of all, when you put that, you already receive more than the products which are more worth than that. I'll explain you tomorrow. Don't worry.
Products in the sense you are handling them basically.
No, even because company gives you few things to you for your use also, right? Which is worth more than that. Which are already available for sale also, right? Without you using, how will you be confident about it?
And you can choose from one type of product, or you go with through all the products.
No, all.
You don't specialize in.
You're not selling a product. You're referring a portal.
Right.
You're not selling a product.
So that's why it's open. Whatever is there, everything under the umbrella.
Today I earn more money from a product turnover, which was not there when I started. Because imagine that the customer base, when it increases, even small product gets introduced, it spreads, right? So that is all how part. So don't worry about it. But just get mentally prepared first, and then start dreaming again. That's more important, right? So that's the ignition for everything, actually, the dreams.
Okay. So we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. So maybe within a day or two. I'm here only.
We won't take more time.
I'm here till 8th actually only. Then I'm going to Vietnam for about 10 days. And then come back. Every month I go for 1 week. It is on auto mode, but still. Because I don't want people reach here and then come down. So for foundation to be more stronger.
So you stay hotel again there?
That is the only expense in the business. And my relationship manager gets mad actually. He said, sir, you don't have any expense. Everything is income actually. And he sees so much of money coming in. And he said, what is it? I said, expense is only my domestic help, my driver, that's the salary which I pay. And my flight ticket, I travel first class. So that is only the ticket. And I stay in 5-star hotel. That's the only thing. Which is peanut actually in front of any business. That's all.
Okay, nice. Yeah, she said it's a pleasure. You've not thought of all this, right?
Yeah, just go,
Very convinced
start
story.
dreaming, and then come back again. Sleep with a good dream, right?
Yeah. Okay, sure. Within
Yeah.
a day or two, we'll let you know. Thank you so much.
Devi. This is Kavita.
Hi.
I just did a qualifier. Then come back. Bye-bye. She was amazed, like thinking that how much money
Lots to think after you go back.
Yeah. No, for me, time is still a little short of time. The kids are at that stage. I need to give them more time. So I'm just thinking, वो भी comfortable होता है, हाथ भी दिखाना है.
But you're doing the job you're working.
Yeah, both.
all that discussion happened actually in order to give time to the next problem which is about college. I just told them, come back, I'll explain. Done?
Thanks a lot.
See you.
There's a good bag. Okay, gosh. I am so sorry. I got so much.
I don't know why I did not feel